guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. And as you can judge from the title of this video, I really had a busy day. Now before we get started and I tell you about the story, customary wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing the beloved Seiko SKX. I had a lot of things to do today, running all around the city, and it was going to be really hot. So I'm like, you know what, the Seiko bracelet's really comfortable. I'll slap it on. I'm going to be running around all over the place. It'll be a good companion for the stuff I have to do. But little did I know what kind of day I would have had. Now, yeah, it's the title is not clickbait. I almost did get scammed, or rather, Delray Watch almost did get scammed out of $10,000. And talking about Delray Watch, shameless plug, go check out delraywatch.com. I just got a whole bunch of new watches, everything from a Stoa Marine to a Rolex Explorer to a Rolex Batman, a Longines Legend Diver, a whole bunch of stuff. Go check out delraywatch.com, link in the description below. But anyway, yeah, almost got scammed out of 10 grand, very, very closely. Now, as a watch dealer, you expect these things. My credit card processor has caught a couple of fraudulent transactions. That happens. eBay, you get the guy from Sri Lanka or Nigeria who's like, oh, payment from a Sri Lankan PayPal account, please ship to a freight forwarder. Yeah, that, I don't count that as almost getting scammed. But I'll tell you a little bit about what happened. I'm going to mask the names I don't actually know who was trying to scam me, but they stole another watch dealer's identity. And to not affect his business, because, it's inappropriate for me to say, I'm going to just call him Mike. So, I got an email from Mike, and he's like, hey guys, I met you at the trade show. I'm trying to sell this watch. Do you want it? So I go to John. I'm like, John, I didn't go to the trade show. Do you know who this guy is? Did you meet him? He was a pretty famous dealer, but, someone I never met. He's all the way out in a different part of the country. And John's like, I met so many people. I don't really know. So I said, okay, well, listen, he's a pretty big dealer. Let's see what the offer is. He said, I'm trying to sell this watch. It's, I want 12,000. I'm like, listen, I can't do 12. I'll do 95. And a few minutes later, he gets back to me and he's like, okay, sold. Which first thing in my mind was, well, I said 95, because I didn't really want the watch. I lowballed the shit out of him. Just because, I didn't really want it and I was expecting him to negotiate. But no, he accepted it right away. I'm like, well, hey, great deal for us today. Why not? He's a dealer. He obviously owns it for less. So let's do it. So he says, listen, send me the payment by wire, and I'll ship you the watch. Now, guys, I know when dealing in watches as a civilian, should we say it, never send payment by wire. However, dealer to dealer, it's done all the time. So, I said, listen, let me get back to you in a few hours. The reason I said that is I didn't know, I knew who this dealer was, but I never done business with him. So I call up somebody who I know knows him, and I'm like, hey, buddy, I'm about to do a deal with Mike. I want a reference check. Do you vouch for him? I know he's a big dealer, but is he a good guy? He's like, yeah, I've done 1 million deals with Mike. He's a great guy, no problem. Go ahead and send him the money. And I'm like, okay. So I say, hey, Mike, give me your wire details. Well, Mike sends me the wire details. I get them, a few hours later. And I go, hey, John, listen, we got to send this wire. We got to buy this watch. And then John says, well, listen, can you tell me the year of that watch? Or he asked me a question. I don't exactly remember what it was. But it forced me to call Mike. So I called the number in his signature. And I called him. No one picked up the phone. And the whole point is I had to wire him. It was becoming the end of the day, and he had to ship to me overnight. So I went on his website, and I called the store. And I'm like, hey, may I please speak to Mike? They're like, yeah, it's Mike speaking. I'm like, hey, Mike, it's Fed over at Delray Watch. I'm just sending you the wire over for that piece. I needed to know, what year is it? And he's like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, Fed from Del Rey Watch, Federico, we just agreed on a price. He's like, dude, I have no idea what's going on. And I'm like, you just emailed me. He's like, take a look at the email. Is it missing an S at the end? And I'm like, yeah, it is. He's like, this guy's been scamming everybody. Someone stole his identity and basically, was passing himself off as this big time dealer selling watches. And I'm like, wow, I'm so happy I caught it. Essentially, John saved my ass completely by mistake. And of course, it ended up being a complete scam. And another thing is, the guy took the pictures from the dealer's actual website. So, and the email was very similar. I did a reference check. Basically, everything but calling the store, the actual physical store, is what saved me from losing 10 grand. I should have been a lot smarter. Thank God I didn't do it. But just to show you guys how easy it is to fall into these traps. I mean, I've been doing this, over 10 years, and I've never been scammed before, but today I was this close. And listen, $10,000 might not be a lot of money to a lot of people, but to me, in my startup, it would have caused a lot of trouble. So anyway, I have his banking details. I have the routing number, the account number, the business name. I forwarded it all to the real dealer, who said there was already an FBI investigation for fraud by wire, and I also forwarded the bank details to the proper authorities. But yeah, I wanted to share this story because it really shook me up. I mean, I was this close, man, this close to not shutting down shop, but I was this close to having a really shitty month. And I'm just really happy that it worked out. I mean, usually dealer to dealer, we don't really believe, there's not that much security. It's all done through reputation, through word of mouth, through handshakes. No one pays PayPal. It's all cash, it's all wire, it's all reputation based. But this guy basically assumed the identity of a dealer with a reputation. And it wasn't him at all. So it's just some pretty scary stuff, and I just wanted to let you guys know what went down. Thankfully, it all went well. I've contacted the authorities. Hopefully, they'll find the guy. Not only for the sake of the people he's trying to scam, but also for the sake of the dealer's reputation. He's also tarnishing. The poor guy doesn't deserve that either. But yeah, that's basically what happened. That was my day today at the office at Del Rey Watch. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give 2 thumbs up. It really helps me out. And trust me, today I could use the help because I'm still a little shaken up by the whole thing. And don't forget to subscribe. That way you don't miss any more content. Also, as I said in the beginning, check out delreywatch.com. I just put up a whole bunch of new stock on the website. Some really prime stuff before the holidays. Guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of Federico Talks Watches, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.